Hello, good day. This is Nina McKee, and I just want to thank you all for attending my pitch for a mobile marketing strategy for Tocabe. Tocabe, an American Indian eatery, was opened back in 2008 by Matt Chandra and Ben Jacobs. It is modeled after Grey Horse, also an American Indian eatery that was opened back in 1989 by Ben Jacobs' parents. Due to financial struggle, the restaurant soon closed down, which is where Ben got his idea to open Tocabe several years later. Currently, Tocabe has two locations, one in Greenwood Village and the original in downtown Denver, and the restaurant has been featured on Food Network as well as the Cooking Channel. Currently, Tocabe is one of the largest Native American food chains to date, with two locations as well as a food truck. Mobile communication within marketing strategy has become almost a necessity as mobile usage has increased over the year. Mobile communication is extremely convenient as it allows us to reach mass audiences for a low cost, as well as personalizing messages sent out to these mass audiences. Also, it allows for two-way communication. With this two-way communication, we are able to garner instant results, whether it be a sale or a flash sale or even some sort of complaint. We're able to get back to these customers within a timely manner. Also, virality of mobile usage. Anything can be shared within an instant. We all know of those viral Facebook posts. Everybody wants to be in one of them. Mobile communication is also timely. Instead of paying a network to show our ad at a time that they deem reasonable or that our price is able to garner, we're able to send out whatever message that we have at whatever time that we deem. Lastly, mobile communication is measurable. We're able to see what does and what does not work. There are plenty of analytic tools that allow us to figure these things out. That way we're able to optimize whatever initiatives that we're doing. The purpose of today's presentation is to secure a budget that is relative to Tocabe's growth potential. Within this presentation, I've included 3 initiatives for Tocabe to build brand awareness. Target audiences for each of these initiatives are very similar, though not the same. The social media and text message initiatives are both age 18 to 30 years old due to high mobile dependency of those age groups, while the mobile app is aged 18 to 60 to accommodate working adults who are still in the workforce past the age of 30. Social media campaign would start with social listening. This is the observance of chatter or noise on current social media web pages. It also helps to determine viability of these pages. If I were to do social listening on the current pages that Tocabe has, I would move to remove their Twitter page and utilize only their Instagram and their Facebook handles, and then revamp those pages for a consistent look. I would remove their Twitter page just because they've been using this Twitter page since 2009 and only have 1,000 tweets and 948 likes. If you do the math, that comes out to about 118 tweets per month. The average Twitter user tweets about 6,000 tweets a year. Again, I would bring in a social media marketing company. For this purpose of this assignment, I chose the Social Movement. It's a small social media company located in Denver, which makes it easier for Tocabe to have access to whatever analytical tools they are using. This company would help them manage their Facebook and their Instagram pages, as well as compile any analytic data in order to help enhance their performance. First, I would utilize a free performance site, such as Clout, to determine user influence score. The user influence score is based on consumer engagement, or how well users are engaging with the company's website. The social media campaign would run for at least 3 months, and there would be analytic check-ins bi-weekly. In this slide, I've included sample social media posts for both Instagram and Facebook. Each post has a separate theme. The Instagram post being centered around sustainability as they introduce one of their newest entrees, the Posu Bowl. The sample Facebook post includes a link to a blog that was written by owner Ben Jacobs' friend Allison Nuan. The Facebook post is centered around community engagement. As the campaign runs, we will need to look at key performance indicators separately for each page. For Facebook, we would want to look at post interactions such as likes, shares, and comments, also the clout score, as well as click-through rate. For Instagram, we want to look at the number of genuine followers, clout score as well, the number of pictures that utilize a hashtag, and then also pictures that are posted under the hashtag throughout the campaign as well as by the end of the campaign. Though this particular campaign may run for only a couple of months, I've totaled up the overall budget for an entire year if we were to keep that in place. Hootsuite is a platform that allows for companies to share content via several social media pages using one site. Hootsuite is a potential option for Tocabe, though I did not mention it previously. It would require consistency on our team's part, and it would be an alternative to hiring an outsourced social media team. The second initiative for Tocabe would be the text message campaign. This particular campaign, users would be required to opt in to the Tocabe Bison Buddies VIP text group. We would engage the users through a text-to-win contest, and it would be held in anticipation of some sort of large event, such as a Native American holiday, a parade, or even a powwow. This campaign, a special keyword would need to be entered each week to redeem a reward. There would be a pool of entries, and then a winner would be chosen every Friday. The winner for this particular campaign could receive a t-shirt and or an entree voucher. Upon opting in, users would immediately be notified that they would be sent either monthly or weekly messages containing coupons, rewards, updates, or alerts to special events or food truck locations throughout the summer. This message campaign would run for a maximum of 3 months, and analytic checkpoints would occur about once a month. For this campaign, we would want to track user engagement by looking at the total number of contestants, the total number of promotional flyer shares on Facebook, also views on Facebook, the percentage of coupons that were utilized, and then the percentage increase in revenue. The budget for the text message campaign is the lowest we'll see throughout this presentation. An initiative that includes rewards, there are a lot of moving pieces and varying pieces. So as you can see, I've listed that t-shirts of varying sizes range from $24 to $108. So these are things to be aware of as you move forward within the budget. Another cost to be aware of is whether or not we would use the food truck versus doing everything in-house at one of the restaurant locations. Third initiative would be the mobile app development. Tocabe does have an app in the Apple and Google Play platforms, but unfortunately it has not been updated since February of 2017. I'm proposing that we develop this app for efficiency and includes several new features. First, linking the rewards program that has been recently picked up to the app. Second, saving recurring orders, and third, including push notifications for those who have pre-ordered meals. In order to promote this, we utilize Facebook, email newsletters, the text message club, and also store or posters in store. The campaign would run at least for 6 months, analytic checkpoints occurring every 6 weeks. This campaign is slightly longer than the others, just to include the app development and the revision of the current app. Creating or revising an app can be expensive, and app stickiness is a priority when making one. My proposal is that we have refer a friend code generated within the app. Whenever a user sends a code to a friend and their friend redeems that code, the user that sent the actual refer a friend code is able to redeem some sort of reward or coupon. So their friends download the app, friends are welcome to do the same thing. The amount of refer a friend codes are not limited just a certain number of friends, but instead could be shared with an entire contact list if desired. Performance indicators that we'll want to look at for this campaign will be acquisition. So we're looking at the number of apps that are downloaded from just organic search and Facebook ad. I also want to look at time spent. So I just want to look at how much time was spent in the app. Too much or too little can indicate either not enough interest or people not really knowing what's going on or knowing where to find things. We want to look at conversions. So we want to look at the usage that is converted from just initial app entry to an actual purchase upon entering. And then lastly, we would like to look at session interval. So that's the time recorded between the usage sessions to gauge app value. So are people coming back within 7 days? Are people going a month without using the app? That's what we're looking at with session interval. The mobile app budget looks expensive now, but many of these fees are one-time setup fees. Without the one-time fees, duration is just over half over the number listed below. Tocabe is growing and there's no way around it. Tocabe was your average small business, which would spend about $400 a month on marketing. It comes out to $4,800 a year. Now, of that, between 4 and 12% of your total revenue would be the marketing budget. And approximately half, or somewhere between half of your budget, your marketing budget, is spent on digital marketing alone. So based on these numbers, this leaves $2,400 as a budget for Tocabe's marketing team to work with. With the information that I presented to you previously, that's not quite enough budget for the potential that Tocabe has. Tocabe continues to become more and more popular and expand. So must the budget that we have for the company. Tocabe's budget now has to accommodate for the demand in entertaining material, especially as users are wanting material that is entertaining and moving at a rapid rate. Mobile marketing also allows for a more diverse and expanded audience. We can reach people typically outside of our walk zone. Having the company expand into areas such as Greenwood Village and potentially Aurora, Colorado in the coming years. Tocabe has a lot of potential to be one of the top local restaurants in Denver, Colorado. The company just needs to keep up with the competition and eventually surpass them. Our competition is investing heavily in mobile marketing, as should we be doing the same. My proposal is based on the evidence within this presentation. I'm requesting a 2.7% increase in the budget in order to fund the Tocabe's potential expansion. Thank you again for listening. I appreciate your time. Have a good night.